Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Unmute Yourself podcast. I'm your host, Charity Hatterley. Have you ever held back from sharing your ideas or downplayed your successes because you thought it was the humble thing to do? Today, we're unpacking the concept that many women struggle with, and that is this difference between humility and hiding. So we're going to dive into this together. What if I told you that what you think of humility is actually hiding, and it is something that is holding you back? Humility means doing your best without seeking applause or the pat on the back. And it's about showing up fully without needing that validation. Now, hiding can be disguised as perfectionism and procrastination, both of which are fear in disguise. You don't speak up in a meeting because your idea isn't perfect or they may not like it, or you delay sharing your work because you're afraid it won't be good enough or it's not ready yet. You continually work on it and work on it and work on it, but never share it. It might feel to your brain like it's protecting you, for keeping you from that criticism is painful. But what it's actually doing is robbing the world from your light and the contributions. There is someone who needs what you have to offer, and while you're hiding, they need exactly what you have to share. Now, if hiding is something that you have found yourself doing, don't worry about it. You're not alone. This is a human condition, a human challenge. It is not a you problem. So here's one example, one of the many examples from my life. Years ago, I joined a public speaking group called Toastmasters. I just wanted to gain more confidence. And so when people would ask me what I'm up to, I would not tell them about Toastmasters because I felt that it sounded like I am so full of myself and I can't wait to be on stage and have everybody look at me, which is not my nature. And so I didn't want to tell them that I was doing public speaking. And so I was hiding that. I was hiding that goal that I'm working on because I was afraid of how people would perceive that. And this drove me to dim my light and silence my voice and keep it quiet, even while I was doing some pretty amazing things in Toastmasters and quietly going about getting invited to speak in different places. I didn't share that because I didn't know how to share it humbly. But now I look back and realize I was really hiding. Now, why do we hide in the first place? There's a lot of reasons, and we already talked about fear being one of those reasons. And judgment, self-judgment is another reason. Judging what we think others are judging us for. That also ties into fear of what other people think or how they'll respond to you. And what your light does is it reminds them of dreams that they discarded or that they're too afraid to go after. It reminds them of potential that they feel they have inside that they have not developed, they've ignored, they've been afraid of. So their reaction is not your responsibility. Another reason I have found myself hiding is there are conflicting messages. We hear stories, we hear, oh, you need to be confident, be a confident, strong woman. But then when you do show up confidently, people call you out. Oh, who do you think you are to do X, Y, or Z? Sometimes, however, I would say many times, however, in my own life, that biggest critic was in my own head. It is because of experiences from the past where I have seen other people making fun of someone who's successful. So then, therefore, I think that that's what people are doing about me. And so I want to hide. These conflicting messages contribute to a mindset where we constantly are second guessing ourselves. You can be humble and still shine brightly. You can own your story and your voice and your power without apology. And when you let your light shine, the thing is, it gives other people permission to do the same. You're not serving the world by hiding. There is someone who needs exactly what you have to say, and they need your example. And so as you rise up and shine your light, it helps others do the same. And when I think of some of the most humble people who shine their light, they are not shining their light to say, look at me, look what I've done. They are simply inviting people into their life. They're inviting you into their journey. And so that's one way we can do that. We can say, hey, look what we're working on. Come with us. Or look at this. This is something I've learned. And that is shining. That is a lesson that I am still learning and working on as well. The world needs your light. Don't hide it. Let it shine. Thanks for listening to the Unmute Yourself podcast. Remember that it is not about perfection. It is about progression. And it is about being your perfectly imperfect self. If you like what you're getting from this show, please subscribe and share. It helps spread the message and it helps other people shine too.